My name is Wes Spikerman, a senior from Wayne, Pennsylvania.
And my name is David Mosley, a senior from Driggs, Idaho.
And this is Tornado Talk.
Very special guest with us today. It is my honor, nay, my privilege, to introduce a new co-host to the Tornado Talk podcast, Mr. Eban Tracy.
Woo!
Welcome, Eban.
Welcome,
Pleasure to be here.
Eban.
Pleasure to be here.
And with that, let's kick it off with our second to last ever quickfire.
Now, Eban, are you familiar with the rules of quickfire?
Nah.
Fantastic. We get to explain them to you. So, Eban, here's how it's going to work. Wes and I will give you a prompt, and then you say the first thing that comes to mind. You can't think about it. Don't even ponder it. Not even for a second. First thing. Ready?
Ready.
Wait. Just so you know, in our last episode, and listeners, you'll know this if you listen, Bobby Welsh, our other new co-host, had the fastest ever recorded quickfire you've ever heard.
Went through 5 questions in 0.3 seconds.
So
I gotta top him.
if you haven't listened to that
true.
episode, you need to go check it out because Bobby was insanely fast. And also, Eban, you need to beat him.
Oh, I will.
So let's begin. We've got 5 questions. David, why don't you start us off?
Ready? Is crew a real sport?
Yes.
Hardest class in Macaulay.
AP stats.
Favorite music artist?
Kanye.
Favorite Macaulay tradition.
Duck Day.
Dream job.
What? Oh, no, guys. Wait, what was the question?
Dream job.
Dream job.
Computer scientist.
You did not beat that.
I don't think
no.
you need Bobby. No.
I was so close. I was
you
right there.
choked
Right
at the
there. So
end.
close.
You
I missed the
choked at
question.
the
So
end.
close.
But that was really
That's
good.
so hard.
Heartbreaking.
That was
Heartbreaking.
probably like second best of all the ones we've done.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I guess I'm just the second best co-host now. I guess that's it.
Wait.
I feel like we've been hitting pretty hard on the co-host. Like I feel like they're going to do a fantastic job. If they keep up this level of energy, this is ridiculous.
100%.
Y'all doing great.
100%. 100%. Oh, well, we asked this to Bobby too, so we're going to ask it to you. Why were you interested in being the new podcast co-host?
So, I mean, this is my first year at Macaulay, and I feel like this is something I think I've expressed to you is that I feel like you can see a new face at Macaulay every day without really ever getting to know them, right? Like, you can meet someone new every single day and just say, like, hey, how you doing? Like, what's new with you? What's going on? Without ever really getting to know them, like, seriously, or what's going on in their lives. And so when I heard about Tornado Talk and I watched one, it was like, this would be a way to really connect with the Macaulay community and understand, like, hey, what's going on in our students' lives and stuff, and get to know people better and deeper and understand what's going on with them. Just not the passing in the halls, hey, how you doing kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, the deeper connection. I really, really like that. That's wonderful.
That's a very good answer.
Let's get a little bit into the background, though, Eban.
All right.
Where are you from? How'd you find Macaulay? What's the story there?
All right, so I'm from Vashon Island, Washington, way up in the corner of the United States.
Nice.
It's beautiful. I was actually, funny enough, I was getting recruited to Baylor for rowing first, and then I came to the better school.
Yeah.
So,
call,
you
good
know,
call.
we know what we're doing here.
That's crazy. You got recruited all the way from Washington?
I did.
That's ridiculous.
So you're probably pretty good then, huh?
Pretty cracked.
I'm all right, yeah.
Always
I can
humble,
hold my
too.
own.
Humble guy. Okay, so other than crew, what else do you do at Macaulay? What are you involved in?
Jeez. Macaulay, well, Tornado Talk now.
Oh, there you go. Good answer.
I am a personal favorite of the dining hall. I'm always in there eating. I'm up at Burns. I don't participate as much in Big Five, but I've gone to a couple of Big Five games that I really like. Sophomore experience has been awesome. I really like that. Took us to paintball once. That was sweet. I'm trying to think. There's so many things to do at Macaulay. It's really like, what are you not in, I guess. But
Okay, Eban, what are you not in?
What are you not? Yeah, what are you not
What are you
doing?
not doing at Macaulay?
Gosh, but there's so many things at Macaulay that I guess you can't really. I'm trying to think.
No, yeah, that was a trick question. I'm not going to ask you to answer
I'm
that.
actually.
He's not eating. Think about that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty hefty guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, moving a lot of muscle mass. He needs protein. He needs fuel.
That's right.
100%.
Who gonna carry the boats? Now, you mentioned that you spend a lot of time eating in the dining hall. Is this perhaps because you were a boarding student at the Macaulay School, Eban?
I am, in fact, a boarding student. The commute from Washington would be a little long.
Heck
Yeah.
of a drive.
That's
All
right.
right, break it down for us. What's boarding life looking like this year?
I was a founder's student. Dorm head was Dr. Ritchie, amazing person. My advisor was Mr. Hughes, also an amazing person. I mean, I've really liked the boarding experience so far. I've lived on the annex, which is kind of like a novel. Like you got to do it once, I feel like, and then you really are connected with the Macaulay community. I mean, I've really enjoyed it so far. I feel like you get a lot of independence and you learn how to, I guess, hold your own, and there's a lot more like independent drive. It's not so much like parents are coming in on you and they're pushing you to do stuff on your own, I guess.
Now, for the listeners who don't know, and I certainly don't know, explain what the annex is.
The annex is part of Macaulay Founders that I think, when was it?
Okay,
like
elaborate on what
60s?
Founders is.
Founders is the best dorm
Not
on
true.
Macaulay campus.
Not true.
Founders is the absolute best.
You were entitled to your opinion regardless of how wrong it is. Please continue.
Anyway, so Founders is our oldest dorm. It's got the most history. It's a wonderful dorm full of wonderful people. We're also the smartest dorm. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But so way back, I think in the 60s, part of Founders burnt down. And so they had to rebuild it, and that's what the annex is. And so the annex is the smallest dorm rooms on campus.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine, like, it's pretty cramped, but it's definitely like a really tight-knit community, and every single guy definitely cares for each other.
So you've probably gotten to know your roommate pretty well then, huh?
Yes, sir. Reese Frere.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know his name.
I know his name.
So I don't know his name either, but yeah, sure. Reese Frere.
Frere.
Besties.
So, talking about the annex and these close connections you're making in such close corridors, how would you say your relationships have looked like with people on Macaulay's campus?
I think they've been all around good. I mean, it's been super welcoming. Again, I was first year boarding student, long way from home. Everyone's just been all around friendly. I mean, first day at school, like I've gone to say 3 different schools now, and this is by far the best first day I've ever had here, where it was like everyone was welcoming. I was introduced to tons of new people, immediately knew like these are the guys that I'm going to be friends with, you know? And
wow.
It's not just that, right? Where it's like you're stuck with the people. I mean, like I feel like I've really branched out and met tons of people and formed tons of connections that I hope I hold like throughout the rest of my life. I mean, it's been really great forming connections here.
That's awesome. How would you say you've changed since coming to Macaulay? I mean, I know you've only been here 1 year, but in what ways do you think you're different now versus at the beginning of the year?
I think I'm a little taller. I would like to think I'm a little taller.
That's one way to answer the question.
No, I mean, I think I've really started to care more about like the interest other people's have. And I think I've become a lot closer to God. Honestly, like where I was from, I feel like it was kind of like you keep to your own. I mean, it's an island. You move out to an island to kind of keep away from everyone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've really become like interested, and I really cared about like the people in my community and the people around me. And I mean, being in chapel 3 times a week has been really helpful for me, like understanding my connection with God. I think it's really great.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, and this is a bit of a side tangent. What does it look like getting back home? You live on an island. Are you taking a boat or are you flying in?
I am taking a plane and a boat. There you go.
So plane back to
Very
cool.
cool.
And then ferry over to the island?
That's right. You got to drive your car on. It's a huge pain. It sounds cool, but it's a huge pain. If you've ever seen War Games,
Yep.
that's the ferry we take right there.
Really?
Yeah, but you can't run to catch it because if you miss it, and you're stuck off island. So, yeah. For 2 hours.
What time? Okay, I'm about to say, does it run 24/7?
So funny enough, so it runs hourly, but it's like that's like a 3-boat schedule. We have 3 boats, so 3 of them they run hourly. 2 of them, that's when it gets a little dicey. It's like 2 hours, hour and a half wait. The 1 boat is absolutely horrible because if you miss it, you're done for. I mean, it's a 2-hour wait, whichever way you're going, off or on island.
Oh, wow.
And then from 12 to 3 in the morning, the boats stop. And so you're just stuck for 3 hours. But I don't think anyone's trying to get off island at 12 to 3.
I'm about to say, but I'd be worried about getting back on island 12 to 3.
If you miss your flight or if you're late in from the airport, for sure.
Ooh.
Has that ever happened where you're like you missed the ferry because your flight was delayed or something?
Yeah,
like that?
and then you just sleep in your car.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow. Okay.
Nothing I would trade.
What's like?
You really like not even like for a mattress?
Maybe a blow up mattress. Like maybe.
General estimate for how many people live on the island?
About 10,000. So it's really dense, but it's super tight knit community. Kind of like Founders, you know, like everyone from off island, we don't really mess with them. You know, it's kind of keep to yourselves.
Yeah,
but everyone on island, I mean, like you run into your teachers at the grocery stores, and so they'll tell your moms how you're doing in class and whatnot, which is a plus
Sometimes.
Depends on how you're doing. But yeah, I mean, like, it was kind of like my parents described it as growing up in the 80s, where it's you can bike anywhere, whenever you want. Like, you can be out until the street lights turn on. Like, I grew up kind of just going wherever I wanted and being out on the water all the time.
So would you describe it as a very safe community?
Yeah, I would.
Not a lot of crime going on?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, this
okay,
sounds pretty cool.
sounds
It's
very
sweet.
nice.
You guys can come out this summer. There you go.
What's the climate like? Is it like hot?
Oh,
cold?
yeah,
Is
facts.
it like
Okay.
stormy? Because I mean, you're there on the coast, right? So
So I like to tell people it's a Pacific island. You think of Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
sure.
No, it's pretty cold in the winter. It snows. The water's 45 degrees year round, so
Nice.
you kind of have to be used to it. It's like an
That's
ice bath.
brutal.
A way bit brisk.
Refreshing, eh? But in the summer it gets pretty warm, like 80-ish, 90-ish. I mean, it's definitely doable.
Okay,
I love
yeah.
it.
I guess I got one more question about the island. I know I've been asking lots of questions about the island. Island 10,000 versus Chattanooga, like what, 300, 400, half a million? How many people we got in Chattanooga?
A lot, I think.
Including like lookout signal.
Maybe a little more than 10,000.
We got Booth
Maybe like
looking up for us
12,000?
right now.
Yeah, a little bit more than 10,000.
10,000 people.
Dude, Booth has 3 phones out researching. That's insane.
They're crunching numbers.
Oh,
What?
dude, just say
Just
it.
say it. 182,000.
Dude, that's way
Word?
smaller than I thought. I don't believe that, to be honest.
It's got to be.
I thought it was gonna be like 300,000.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, there we go. Wow.
182.
Okay,
There we go.
so what's it like coming from a small island, population 10,000, to a, I guess, small city of
Huge
Chattanooga, population 1,082. Wait, no,
182,000.
182,000. Yeah, I
182.
totally
yeah.
butchered that. Okay, yeah, 1,000. Well, no, 182,000. Yeah.
There is certainly a lot more stuff to do, a lot more people to meet. I mean, the nightlife here is definitely a lot better. Like, you can go out. There's lots of more restaurants you can hang out with your buddies at and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On island, we have, I want to say there's 3 restaurants and a Thriftway that are all pretty great to hang out at.
Okay, word.
And we have one fast food, which is Subway. I'll tell you what, I've never lived somewhere where there's been so many McDonald's that have been accessible. That's been amazing. I'm a big fan of McDonald's.
As
What's
you
your
should be.
go-to McDonald's order?
Too big. Okay. I told you guys, I like to eat. Okay, here we go.
Just to preface it.
Here we go. I get
Yeah.
one Big Mac meal, a large, obviously,
Of
and
course.
then another Big Mac, and then a 10-piece McNugget,
Okay, word.
and then a
Are
large
you-
Diet Coke.
Are you sure that's enough protein?
I would hope. I think the nuggets kind of. I think.
What
the
about
nuggets,
like you just get the one thing of fries with the Big Mac meal?
yeah. Because I feel like if you got 2 fries, like that's kind of a lot. You
Okay,
know?
but
Like, that's,
like-
you know,
okay,
that's
where we
overkill.
draw the line.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
okay.
It's not the
But
2
like-
Big Macs. It's God forbid you get 2
I was just about
fries.
to say, bro, like you're not gonna get the best thing McDonald's has. McDonald's fries,
They are the best.
they hit
They
at
are
any
fresh,
time of
dude.
day.
Fresh
Booth
out
is
the
making
fryer,
faces.
no
Booth is
debate.
making faces. I think the fries are the best.
What do you guys
All right,
think?
well, Booth is like healthy, okay? So I don't want to hear it. Yeah, look at him. He's like, Mr. Roberts, how old are you nowadays?
80.
Yeah, I'd give him like, you gotta be like
Spry
30.
75.
I'm gonna
30.
go 32.
32.
Oh,
35?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This dude is literally like in perfect shape at age 35. No wonder he hates McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
fries?
fries?
The
Like,
seasoning's
over
good
McDonald's?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, okay.
They're
You get a Monster style?
overrated.
Here's the thing with In-N-Out fries though, is they're like too sticky,
Sticky.
like
I just think In-N-Out in general is overrated. Like, you know what? It's
that's
very-
crazy. That's
Come
ridiculous.
on, you know I'm right.
All right, listen,
Don't
That's a
lie.
ridiculous
my dad's
take.
first job was at In-N-Out making fries.
My dad's first job was at a Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers is amazing.
What's a Roy Rogers?
It's like
Straight over my head.
You don't think it's a really? I think they went out of business. It's like a fast food seafood joint. It's horrible.
gross.
It's horrible. It's absolutely disgusting.
Like a cat-
Kind of like
In-N-Out.
Long John Silver's or whatever
Exactly.
that place is
Yeah.
called.
Like Captain D's Silver Sea.
Okay, I'm done with this conversation. Let's move on.
We all know McDonald's.
We've got a final game that was recently introduced last episode, and we're gonna have Eban reintroduce it for you guys.
Here we go. All right, so I have 2 truths and a lie, and if you don't know what this game is, I'll just explain it real quick. So I'm gonna tell you 2 truths. Well, Yeah, 2 truths about myself and then 1 lie. You guys have to guess what the lie is.
All right, just so you know, me and David are currently 1 for 1.
We are
1
killing
for
it.
1?
We Sherlocked it last
we,
time.
we're 100%.
All right,
accurate.
guys.
I'm on my sleuthing skills.
It's tough though because he's only been here a year, so I can't say that I know him quite as well as I know.
Yeah, you guys have worked. How long have you known Bobby for now? Like
Probably 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
That's right. 2 years.
Not super well, but
Yeah.
I've seen him around.
I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball for sure. You guys ready?
All right, let's
I'm
do it.
ready.
Let's do it.
All right. So the first one, I was born in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Sweet. Second one, I was the second cutest baby in the United States. 06.
Oh, of course. Right.
And the third one, I have met Ryan Reynolds.
Dude, okay, those were all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hear me out.
Okay.
Second cutest baby, 06. That is way too specific
Gotta
to not
be true.
be true.
It's got to be true.
I totally agree with it. Evan's got some really cute eyes. Yeah. Hey there.
Across the way.
I could totally see the cutest baby.
I can see cutest baby.
I can see cutest baby.
Born in Denver.
Denver and Ryan Reynolds. That's tough.
Denver, Ryan Reynolds.
So many people in the world. Think about it, you know?
I'm also worried, dude, because with the like cutest baby, he could be like 3rd cutest baby, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna switch the
that's
number
like
up
the number
1."
game. Yeah.
Because like the Ryan Reynolds, that's also so random. Who thinks of that as like a fact that's not true?
So you think cutest baby is the lie?
I don't know. I'm actually stumped.
Do you want me to read them again?
Yeah, read
Really?
it again.
Yeah,
read it
All
again.
right,
give it to me.
here we go. I was born in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
I was second. So second. I know I couldn't take first. But second cutest baby in the United States. I've met Ryan Reynolds. 3 of them.
I feel like he's met Ryan Reynolds.
He's definitely not Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds definitely like went to the island or like has a house on the
Yeah.
island. Something
Well, 'cause
absolutely
it's kinda-
ridiculous.
oh, yeah, I mean, like it's the same ferry from War Games. Like it's kind
Yeah.
of the spot.
No,
That's
exactly.
right.
Exactly.
I think Ryan Reynolds has definitely been there. Yeah,
Or
he's
Evan
doing
just
some
like
promo.
is a big fan of Wrexham and is just like gone and seen Ryan Reynolds' soccer team play.
Yeah, that's it. Or he's got Mint Mobile.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Shameless plugs.
Okay, yeah. So definitely Ryan Reynolds. He's done that one.
Okay. What if he was born in like? What if he was born in like somewhere other than Denver? He's born in like Colorado Springs.
But I feel like that one's so basic that it's true.
But maybe it's a curveball because that's what he wants us to think.
I did throw
That's
you
a good
one.
point.
Get inside the mind of Eban Tracy, sir.
I'm trying, and I'm failing.
1 for 1, about to be 1 for 2.
That's
not gonna
brutal.
lie, boys.
I think Denver, Colorado. What do you think? I think Denver's a lie.
I think the baby's alive, but I'm gonna let you go with it.
Denver's a lie.
Incorrect.
Rats.
Oh.
Was
What's the lie?
baby the lie?
What was a lie?
No, the baby's the truth. I was second.
It was
cutest
Ryan
baby.
Reynolds?
It was Ryan Reynolds.
You've never met Ryan Reynolds?
I've seen him in a hotel. We were out for lunch, I swear, and he walked through the like the lobby, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, that's Ryan Reynolds!" And then he looked at us, and we were like, "Sweet, we're not gonna bother him. We're scared of him." And he left. But I haven't
Okay.
met him. But I have
Dude,
seen Ryan Reynolds.
that's so good on his part because like it is so random that he had to have experienced something.
Right.
but then not.
But he didn't actually meet him.
Yeah.
Wow, that was good.
I
That
wish
was really
I wish
good.
I'd had the courage to go up and talk to him. I feel like it would have been cool. But I like celebrities, like they hate getting asked for photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Would've
like
felt bad.
he's such a portrayed as such a nice dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't actually.
He's
know him.
Canadian, isn't he?
But I've
Yeah,
already,
yeah, he's
I've already,
Canadian.
I've
He's
already
from
super
Saskatchewan.
nice.
Sure, he's super
But
nice,
I feel
yeah.
like I wouldn't want to bother. Like I'd rather go up to an actor who I've heard is not nice and be like, go mess around, go mess with him, just
What's
to
up,
like
dude?
tick him off. Compared to like Ryan Reynolds, like he seems like a cool dude. I don't want to
Bother him.
Don't
Yeah.
want to bother him.
That's
at
kind of
all.
what I was thinking.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you for a wonderful episode. It has been a ton of fun. But before we let you go, we've got one last question.
Here we go.
We ask this to just about everybody that comes on the podcast, and feel free to take your time with this one because we're diving a little bit deeper here. What's a piece of advice you would give to younger students at Macaulay?
Younger students. Let's see. I feel like for me, it was definitely being patient. I feel like as a first year, if you're coming in your freshman, especially as a board or as a day student, being patient with the work and just knowing like, hey, it'll all fall into place. I think some of the best advice I've ever been told by not only a coach, but by a teacher. And I only really understood it until this year, which was by Senor Teague. Dos
Senor
honores.
Teague? Yeah.
He told me, if you love doing the work, what am I thinking of? The outcome will follow, if that makes sense, right? So if you really pour your heart into like the work and you care about the stuff you're doing, the grade will follow and stuff, And I think for me that was a really tough one to learn, but I think being patient and just knowing that it'll all fall together for sure.
Yeah,
I really
That's
like
deep.
that.
It's funny
Yeah.
because another language teacher, Dr. Wu, said the same thing in class
Walsh,
today.
Yeah.
Really?
And she was basically like, you guys are too focused on the grade. If you focus on actually getting better at the language and you put in
The work,
time
yeah.
every night and you put in the work and that's what you're working towards, the grade's going to come. You just got to be patient.
Yeah.
So, man, that's honestly so neat how.
Patience.
Now it doesn't feel as special, the
Yeah.
quote.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No worries.
Yeah, wait, steal
But-
his thunder.
Just like,
I know,
okay,
right?
pretend though that, because like Dr. Wu was like screaming at us. So
Okay.
just like reimagine. Like I'm sure.
I think yours
I'm
was
sure-
probably a lot
Yeah.
more fun, I think.
No. I'm sure Mr. Teeks was more impactful. Wu Lao shirts kind of went over my head because I was just scared.
Yeah, Senior
Just
Teague's a
screaming at you
goat.
in
If you have the
class.
chance to take him, absolutely take his class. Senior
Mhm.
Teague is the best.
Same goes for Dr. Wu. She will make you a lot better at Chinese.
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very, very quickly.
Very, very quickly.
Yes.
All right. Well, again, Eban, thank you so much. I'm sure you and Bobby are going to do great next year. It's kind of sad to let go, but it's also nice to know that it's going to be in good hands.
Means a lot, boys.
Um,
I'm sorry to see you guys go. But
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. All right, now time for my favorite part of the podcast. I absolutely love this, and I get to do 2 shout-outs. So for the second episode in a row, shout out to our new writer, Akil Gidaluri. Oh, I think I got it right again.
I think you got it. Yeah.
To be
you
honest,
go.
it'd be really funny if I pronounced it differently from what I did last time.
I think you may have, actually.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Akil will correct me if he needs to, but he's not here right now.
Sakil's a dog.
Because he is the dog.
What were you saying earlier?
I'm about to shout out our Instagram at the Tornado Talk Podcast. We would love for you guys to go give us a follow. There's tons of hysterical content on there. And it's about to get even better because you're going to get to see Bobby and Evan's cute faces instead of me and David's old and ugly ones.
second
Indeed.
cutest. Second cutest.
Anyways,
Join us next week for more hilarious. Let me do that again. Join us next week for more hilarious stories, fun times, and interesting people
on Tornado Talk.